From inside Rogers Center in downtown Toronto, opening day baseball on the show. It's the Athletics and the Toronto Blue Jays. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. And on the hill in this one, Kevin Gausman. What do you have on him, Chris?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Ready to go now. Jeff McNeil stands in. And the new season is officially underway. Swings through that. Gausman, 35 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2012. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 0-2. And that one hammered, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for two. And he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Stepping in, Max Muncy.
Ball.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out here on opening day. In for a strike, and now it's even 1-1. High fly ball out towards left field. And a foul ball. Man at second. That misses the zone. Now 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Take a look at the lineup, and Singy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in a lineup against a right-hander.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And, you know, some hitters work well against same-handed pitching. You know, just back in 2024, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Aaron Judge all had higher batting averages against righties than they did against lefties. So maybe they got a plan after all.
Jacob Wilson in the box now. Takes strike one. And the 0-1. Foul ball there. One out and a runner at second. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Now it's going to be Austin Wins. And there's a foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Check swing, no appeal, and 1-1. Fought off foul. And now 2-2. McNeil on at second with 2 down. In the air, right field. Springer should have this one. And that is that. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Rogers Center, and pitching in this one for the A's, Luis Severino. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Strike 2.
Absolutely frozen on that heater right down the middle, and that's a pitch you're just not getting back. Now he's in a tough spot, especially after falling behind on a good first pitch.
Next offering misses. Ball 1. Fastball is outside. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. That one not close. Ball 3. Carter looking for the K.
Batting second, third base.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Oh, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
So up next, Ernie Clement.
Ball that's outside.
The 1-0.
Hey!
That's to third. Muncy slings it across, and 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight.
Catcher Alejandro Kirk.
2 down, bases empty. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. That's a strike. 0-1.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
0-1 now. Liner, base hit. And now a 2-out opportunity for George Springer.
Batting fourth, right
Nice
fielder,
job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Springer has to step out of the way for ball 1. The 1-0. Now it bounces away. Can't squeeze it. No advance, though. 2-0.
Hey!
And a big swing and a miss. Now one
That's ball
missed.
3.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
So a
Ball
walk
4. Take
puts
the
runners
base.
at first and
Batting
second.
third, left fielder, David Snyder.
First and second, 2 outs. Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
That's a base hit. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Base is now loaded with 2 away.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. That one ripped but foul. And it's 1-1.
That's out.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swung on, belted. Out of here. Grand slam. He muscles that one out the opposite way. The Blue Jays on the board first. It's 4-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. One big swing, and that turns the tables on this one. And when you come to the plate with the bases loaded and you've got some pop, you know it's hard not to think about the chance to hit a grand slam. And that can be a trap sometimes, but not right here. He seized the opportunity, put a great swing on it, and now they're working with the lead.
Down, nobody on. Fastball for a strike.
Well, at least he's got a clean slate after that grand slam. Nothing to think about on the bases, so he can really go after the hitter and just approach this like it's a clean inning, get the outs that you need, and get back into the dugout.
Ball 1 there.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
On the ground. Sends it to first. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. Take another look at the Toronto Grand Slam. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Back here at Rogers Center, top of the second.
Well, early in this ball game, down by 4 runs, you've got to try to get a run back and just look at taking at least one an inning. Before you know it, you'll be tied up.
Chopper right side. Gets it to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Batting 6th, right fielder, Brent Rooker.
Brent Rooker up next for the A's.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
The 1-0.
Ball, that's off the plate.
And Chris behind the plate today, James Kingsley, known for being a little generous on the edges. And there's a strike. Pitch
That's a
misses.
ball.
Ball 3. There's a swing and a drive. Springer going back.
That
Won't
ball's
get to
foul.
this one. It drops foul. And a foul ball. He stays alive. That one 95 to finish him off.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
At the plate, Denzel Clark. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Nothing doing there for the A's. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Here in Toronto on opening day, and Siggy, Jays fans have returned to Rogers Center for the first time since the Game 7 loss of the World Series.
Yeah, you just had to bring it up, didn't you, Boog?
It's sort of my job.
Well, what a series that was. So great for baseball. It's too bad a team had to lose it.
Addison
Inside,
Barger,
ball
the
1.
leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Hot shot to third. Throws across the diamond and quickly one away in the second.
Shortstop, Jesus Sanchez.
So digging in, Jesus Sanchez. Right through there for a strike. To third, and that chance handled. Whips it across. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Up next for the Blue Jays, first baseman Vladimir.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Led off the game with a strikeout.
Ball, that's out.
That
Ball
one way
2.
inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit.
Vladdy down. Big swing and a drive. Deep left field. That's back there. Throw cut off to second. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the A's nothing. Back now in Toronto. Stepping in the long ball threat, Nick Kurtz. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
And here's a challenge. That looked like it missed to me. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they've still got both their challenges. And the 1-0. Hammered down the right side, but foul. When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years.
Ball 2.
The 2-1. To the right side. Jimenez throw to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Batting ninth, the designated hitter, Andy Ibanez.
And next is the designated hitter, Andy Ibanez. In the air to left center. And it falls. And that turns the lineup over.
Definitely found a perfect spot. Those could be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
McNeil, the next to hit, takes ball one. Man at first, one away.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
2-0 to count. Here it comes.
I'm a little surprised with how patient they've been against the fastball. They've taken a few for strikes now. I'd like to see him show some confidence by attacking those pitches.
This one in the air center field. Varsho under it. He makes the grab.
Up next for the A's, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Max Muncy up next for the A's. He's 0 for 1.
Nope. That's inside.
Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Jacob Wilson will hit next. Struck out looking his first time.
Ball.
Swing and a pop-up. And that'll do it. A's strand a couple. They're down 4-0. Set for the bottom of the third. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Back to work, Luis Severino. This one smoked on its way out of here. He jacks that one out to left. And they add a run. It's 5-zip.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
In steps the man they call Captain Kirk.
Ball one.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here on opening day. That one ripped. 1 down.
for the Blue Jays. Right
Here's George
fielder,
Springer. He
George
walked and came around to score his first time up. No question about this one. It's out of here. George Springer leaves the yard. It's their second home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the A's bullpen. Luis Severino is done, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for the
So a new
Athletics,
pitcher on the
number
mound for the
58,
A's, Scott Barlow.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Sliced hard but foul. Here's a high chopper. Fires to first on the run. Nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Blue Jays, center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. He hit a grand slam his first time up.
Ball one.
Movement in the bullpen. Justin Sterner up and loosening in the pen.
That's outside.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the last half of the third. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
I think he was a little excited there, saw the fastball, but needed a step ladder to get to that one. He's going to have to tighten it back up if he wants to have a good at-bat.
And
Ball
that
3.
skips into dirt. And that's ball 4.
Up next for the Blue Jays, second baseman,
Here's Andres Jimenez. Grounded out his first time up. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1.
Hey! Ball.
Foul ball. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Varsho off of first with 2 away. That one
That's
off
ball
the
3.
mark. And now 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Payoff pitch. Good job to fight that one off. And ball 4 to a board.
Up next for the Blue Jays, designated hitter, Addison Barger.
Now it's the DH, Addison Barger. Grounded out his first time up. And a foul ball. 2 on, 2 outs. That's ripped into the outfield. That is the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 6-0 ball game. Back here at Rogers Center, and now here's the A's catcher, Austin Wynns.
Every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
The 0-1. Back up the middle and a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the A's, left fielder
Carlos Cortez getting ready to hit. 0 for 1 so far. That pitch hits the corner. It's 0-1. Cortez goes 5 feet 7 inches, 195 pounds, and he was a 3rd round pick back in 2018. Left field, and makes the grab, and there's 1 down.
Up next for the A's, right fielder Brent Rooker.
1 out, man at first. Brent Rooker up next for the A's. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
that's right.
Ball.
Here's a 2-0.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Not even close there. Ball 3.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And there's a strike. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
That one at 95, missed up top. Ball 2. The Blue Jays up big in this one here on opening day. On the ground, out to short. On to Jimenez, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. The A's strand 1. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. Back now in Toronto. And now for the Jays, Jesus Sanchez.
Jesus Sanchez.
All one.
Here's a 1-1.
Ball, that's outside.
That clips the corner.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
In there, got him looking, and that one
Up next
split
for
the
Blue
plate.
Jays, first baseman,
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now 1 for 2. And that's outside. That one lifted to left. Cortez turns to the right on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there are 2 down.
Third baseman,
Ernie Clement digs in now. He's already homered in this game. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. Late on that fastball.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner, got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove,
outside.
if not a Platinum Glove.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Ball 2.
So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
2 down, nobody on. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And that's going to get into the corner. Cut off, throw to second, but he's in there easily.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Scott Barlow won't go any further tonight. And he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for the
So a new
Athletics,
pitcher on the
number
mound for the
60,
A's, Justin Sterner.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team. And there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
Man at second here with 2 away. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro
Ball
Kirk.
in.
And that misses. And it's 1-0.
Hey! Ball, that's just out.
Fouled off left side. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
That's ball
Just
3.
missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a payoff pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. This one chopped to first.
Foul ball.
And it goes just foul. Man on second, 2 down. Struck him out swinging. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Blue Jays held in check. They lead it, though, 6-0. All set for the start of the inning. Leading off, Nick Kurtz.
You know,
That's
these
a ball.
A's just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
That one drilled left field. Schneider takes it in for the out. And a quick out, number 1.
One place to start in terms of turning the offense around is pitch selection. I think if they get a little more selective about what pitches they're going after, we'll start seeing better contact.
Devontae stands in now and watches strike 1.
Nope, that's a ball.
This one in the air right field. Springer on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the A's, second baseman.
So the batting
Jeff
order turns
McNeil.
over. Next up for the A's, Jeff McNeil.
They can't
Ball,
play
that
around with
pitch is
them
out.
here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. The 1-1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And now it's
Outside,
even
that's a
up.
ball.
Swings through it for the K. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Bottom of the inning. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, George Springer.
George Springer.
Well,
Off
these
the plate, ball
Jays
1.
putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Fastball for a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. Next one
That's ball
misses, and the count's even at 2. Got him. Now 1 away.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Schneider at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there.
Ball.
Let's go, Davis.
Ball to strike.
That's ball 2.
Called strike right there. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. That K is his third of the game.
The Blue Jays, center
Here comes the
fielder,
manager out of the
Dalton
dugout, and he'll make a move for the
Varsho.
bullpen. Justin Sterner gives way. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
Jacob
A's,
Lopez
number
gets
57,
the ball now.
Jacob
Gets an
Lopez.
opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. He's already homered here in this one. And that one hammered way back there. And that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay throw. And in there with a double off the wall.
Next for the Blue Jays,
2
second
hits for him in
baseman,
this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that.
And now Andres Jimenez. Way outside, ball 1. Man at second.
Inside ball.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Smash to center, way back, and you can forget it. Home run. He'll touch them all. And they add to their lead. It's 8-0.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So 2 down. Now a chance for Addison Barger.
Ball.
The lefty, the 1-0. High fly ball, right field. Rooker has a beat on it, brings it in, and that'll do it. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now an 8-0 game. Welcome back as we look at the highlights from today's game so far. So up next,
Leading
Max
off for the
Muncy.
Athletics, third baseman, Max Muncy.
That's
Ball, that's out.
outside. And that is ball one. That one fouled off. And a foul ball. That's off
Nope,
the
that's
inside
inside.
corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball
Nope.
misses down and away. That one
Ball
misses.
4.
So a
Take the bait.
leadoff walk.
Up next for the A's, shortstop Jacob Wilson.
Jacob Wilson up next for the A's.
Ball, that's out. Hey!
The 1-1 is fouled off. Muncy aboard here at first with nobody out. On the ground, right side. Jimenez handles, throws to first. Now one gone in the top of the 6th.
Up next for the A's, catcher Austin Wins.
And here's the catcher, Austin Wins.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center. Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
That's a
Just
ball.
missed. And a breaking
that
ball
ball went
misses
out.
outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Man at second. Out towards right center field. Pulls it in on the run. 2-way down.
Up next for the A's, left fielder Carlos Cortez.
So digging in, Carlos Cortez.
Hey!
Runner at second, 2 down here on opening day.
Ball 1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Man on second, 2 down. Struck him out looking. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. Back after this on the show. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always
Nope,
gets
ball
tackled.
1.
They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Ball.
Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze. I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun. And
Ball,
I would
that's
bait
outside.
you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze, and it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, they'd have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. Guerrero
Ball one.
avoids the first pitch for ball one. The 1-0.
Hey!
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Wins, takes it in for the out, and there's one down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, third baseman.
So up next for
Ernie
Toronto,
Clement.
Ernie Clement.
Hey!
Base knock right field. Lead runner makes the turn at second. The throw into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
Runners on the corners with one gone. And now Alejandro Kirk, 1 for 3. Line drive. And a base hit knocks in a run. Headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Nice line drive to the post side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the A's bullpen. Jacob Lopez won't go any further, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for the
So a new
Athletics,
pitcher on the
number
mound for the
61,
A's, Elvis Alvarado.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate.
Ball, that's in.
One out and a runner at second here in the bottom of the 6th. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. In the dirt, blocked. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball to left. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Blue Jays, left fielder, Davis Schneider.
And next for Toronto, Davis Schneider. First pitch misses. The Athletics have some bullpen action. J.T. Ginn, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Morales warming up as well. The 1-0. That one in triple digits. Schneider wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. So the call will stand. So they'll lose their first challenge. And this one squirts away from the catcher. No advance, though. Kirk stands at second with 2 gone. And that's a little bit high. 3 balls and a strike. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Up next for the Blue Jays, center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Now here is Dalton Varsho.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
That's a strike at the top edge of the zone. 0-1.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Swing and a miss. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 7th inning coming up. It's the Blue Jays 10 and the A's nothing. Back here at Rogers Center, digging in, Brent Rooker. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging, too. Oh, 1 now.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Guerrero takes it in for the out. 1 up, 1 down. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Well, he's known for that 4-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. The results speak for themselves, and he probably won't want to change a thing.
Clark in the box again, takes a strike.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Tosses to first, and 2 away to start the 7th.
Up next for the A's, first baseman, Nick Kurtz.
Now, Nick Kurtz. On the ground to third. Clement over to first. Inning over. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. You're dialed into the show. Back now in Toronto. They put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
Jimenez,
Ball,
the
that's off the
leadoff
plate.
batter, as he looks at ball one. Two
That's
balls,
a
no
ball.
strikes to count. Alvarado measures 6 feet 4 inches, 185 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
That's ball 3.
Challenge from behind the dish here. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. Two and one now. Outside corner, there's a strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out. The high heat, too much on that one.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one. Just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
Barger forced to get out of the way of the first pitch. Right side, hard hit. Kurtz takes it to the bag. That's the second out.
Up next for the Blue Jays, shortstop, Jesus Sanchez.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Elvis Alvarado out of the game, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for the
So a new
Athletics,
pitcher on the mound for the
Gonzalez,
A's, J.T. Ginn. He's into the game with the bases empty. Jesus Sanchez now at the plate.
Oh, that's inside.
That's way outside, and it's 2-0. Foul ball there. Two down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Fouls one off. 2-2. Stays alive. Two down, nobody on. That one almost got him. And that one off the inside edge. You walked him.
Up next for the Blue Jays, first baseman, Vladimir.
Back to the top of the order now. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power.
Ball 1.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
That was pretty nasty. One left for Toronto, but they're still in front 10-0.
Now pitching. for the
Welcome
Blue
back, and a
Jays,
new arm of the mound to start the eighth.
23,
Jeff Hoffman.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Now the
Leading
A's
off with
designated
the A's,
hitter,
the
Andy
designated
Ibanez.
hitter, Andy Ibanez.
High fly ball lifted into air right field. And there's one away.
Up next for the A's, second baseman Jeff McNeil.
So back to the top of the order. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Jeff McNeil. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Tommy Nance getting ready to go. Fluhart also throwing. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss as that one was high.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, try to climb the ladder.
And down on strikes. 2 away.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Muncy in the box now. No balls and a strike. Muncy wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. And it's going to stay a strike. That knocks them down to one challenge left. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 8th. Lifted in the air, right center field. Springer under this one. And that is that. Nothing doing there for the A's. Not looking good. They're down 10-0. On to the bottom of the 8th. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Slider right there.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. And he'll just eat it. So that's an infield knock. Darryl Hernandez. He'll take over at second base after the injury.
Number 2, Darryl Hernandez.
Man at first, nobody out. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Right through there for a strike. And the 0-1.
0-1.
The Jays up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Ground ball to the right side. And it's through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They've had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
And the batter is George Springer.
Ball, that pitch is up.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. No challenges left for them now. First and second here, no outs. That one missed.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Clement over at second. Kirk at first with no outs. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. The run comes in from second. It's an RBI single. It's 11-0. So, Singy, let's dive into the numbers, courtesy of StatCast. Do you even feel contact being made when you hit a ball that hard?
No, I don't think so, Boog. I mean, that's just the best feeling in the world as a hitter. You square it up perfectly, and it's like you didn't even swing the bat. And there are times the ball feels heavy off your bat. You know it, but this is not one of those cases. He sent this one flying 114 miles per hour, so that's flexing your muscles a little bit.
No outs, runners at first and second. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. One run across. Another comes in to score, and the lead continues to grow.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. JT Ginn will depart.
Now pitching for the
Luis Morales on to pitch out of the pen here.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Swing and a foul out of play. And it's second. See the velocity 97 with that fastball. And they'll do it again. Fights it off. He'll see another. No outs. Runner on second. Upstairs. Going to count 1 and 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one misses. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. The changeup missing, and that's ball 3. Out towards left center. Clark on his way over. He's got it. Runner tags at second. The relay to third. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only 1 out. Andres Jimenez, the next to hit.
Fly ball to the outfield for a sac fly. Soft ground ball to the right side. Find a hole. He can attack this a few ways, but the one thing he can't do is strike out.
On the ground to first, Kurtz steps on the bag for 1. Not in time. He's safe. And they extend their lead. 2 down, bases empty. Next is the designated hitter, Addison Barger.
Addison Barger.
Activity in the bullpen. Mark Leiter Jr., the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Here comes the 0-1.
That's a ball.
Hard ground ball, base knock. And that keeps the inning going.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
This one in the air, center field. And that's the inning. So it's 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Through 8 full, the Jays are out in front, 14-0. Last chance coming up for the A's. Back here at Rogers Center, we go to the ninth. Jacob Wilson getting ready to hit. And a strike. Strike 2.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. That's outside. 2-2. Sets him down on strikes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Now at the plate, Austin Wynns. And the 1-0. 1 down, base is empty here in the 9th. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. And they've got their first run. It's 14-1.
Well, there goes the shutout, just like that. They're still behind, but this is a start. A slider right down the middle of the plate. It's like slow motion for a hitter. You're just licking your chops, waiting for it to arrive, and you want to hit it a long way, and he did.
Here's the left fielder, Carlos Cortez. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Swings through that one for strike 1. One out, bases empty, and a run in here at the top of the 9th. The 0-2. Got him swinging for the K. The A's down to their final out.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Jeff Hoffman won't go any further tonight.
Now pitching.
Out of the bullpen for the Jays, Tommy Nance.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
So they're down to their final out. Brent Rooker up next for the A's. 0 for 3 in this one. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Two down, nobody on. They're down to their final strike. And 1-2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
1-2 now. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the A's, center fielder.
Next up for the A's, Denzel Clark. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Up next for the A's, first baseman Nick
Next to hit, Nick Kurtz. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Braden Fisher getting loose out there. Two on, two outs. And that misses off the outside edge.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so it's a good take by him.
Swing and a miss. Just off the outside edge. Ball 2.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
That's down and in. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Blue Jays slug their way to a win in this one.
Well, I don't know what they did in the cage today or on the field for batting practice, but when you win by double digits, something is clicking. That batting coach feels pretty good about himself right now, but more so the players. They can't wait for the next one. Come back out, score, and get another W.